Okay guys, so this is the first video related to the backend of our edit view controller. As a first step, what we will do is we will write one more new function, actually two new more functions. One function will be related to update the user, as we are not having now any function which is updating the user. And another function will be the function which updates the password. So what's the difference? Why we're keeping it in a separate way? So the thing is that we want to update the password only if the password has been changed in the app. So we don't want, let's say, if it hasn't been changed, we don't want even to make our server busy with processing this request to get it updated. Okay, so as the first step, we will write here new function, which will be a public function, means it can be accessed from all of the classes. Public function update user. Open the round brackets, and as you know, we have a certain parameters which we want to update. We're going now to the local host. We'll just see what are these parameters. So the first one is the email address update, and here we'll make a reference to the email. Then we have a first name. We write it with a dollar symbol, which means we're creating the variable first name. Then we have a last name. Just make sure that we'll spell it and we'll write it exactly in the same way. Password and salt, we'll keep it. Then we have a birthday. Password and salt, we're skipping this because it's going to be in a separate function. Then we have agenda. Then we have a cover. Actually, cover and the ABA, this will be updated also in the separated way. We won't be doing it now. Okay, so gender, then we have a bio. Actually, the bio is to be updated also in this through the separate view controller, and we have even the protocol written for the update bio. So actually on the gender we are done here. So these are parameters. ID, we're skipping this because it's automatically generated. Email, first name, last name, we want to edit it. Then the password and salt will be edited through another function. Birthday and gender, we want to edit same here. Cover and AVA getting updated through another function, which is here. Update image URL, this is the one. Then the bio is getting updated through another protocol, which is update bio. Okay. So this function is responsible of updating user-related information. Okay, very good. So let's see now what to write here. There will be nothing new to write. It will be everything the same as you remember. First we create an SQL command. $sample SQL equals to, and in quotation marks we write update users, which means a user's table, set email equal email equal to question mark. Make sure that this email and this one is spelled exactly the same way, because this means to access this value. Then we are putting comma, then we have a first name equals question mark, comma, then we have a last name equals question mark, comma, then we have a birthday equals question mark, comma, and we have a gender equals question mark. Make sure that these values are spelled in the same way like in the database. Gender. And very important thing here is where ID equals to certain value. Here I put comma where ID equals to certain value. So it means edit email first name last name, where edit, let's say, equals to 7. or equals to 22. So this is the pointer. It's called pointer. Okay, so we need here to put ID value as well. So I can put it at the end in the function among the function reference variables. Okay, so don't forget to put semicolon here. Then we want to prepare the statement. So we'll write statement equals $sample this con, which states for connection, prepare SQL command which we've created. Then we're checking the if statement, the statement with the if statement. If there is no statement can be executed, then we write throw new exception. And inside the round brackets, we refer to the error of this statement. $sample statement error and a semicolon. Very good. So then we want to bind parameters to this SQL function. We want to replace the question marks with the variables. And here we'll write statement, then arrow, bind param, means parameters. Here put in question marks, let's identify the type of the variables. This will be string, this will be string, this will be string, strings. This is integer, if I'm not mistaken. This one must be integer. Gender, no, it's a varchar. String, and this one is integer. That's the one. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. S for string, and the last one is integer. And here we will put the values for every single one by one. Okay, first it will be our email variable to replace this question mark, which will be of type string, and so on. Then we have a first name, then we have a last name, then we have a $sample birthday, then we have a gender, and then we have an ID. Very good. So after we declare the statement, we'll want to execute the statement and return result. So result equals to statement arrow execute and semicolon and return result. Very good. So I'll write quickly comments for you. SQL command to be sent to the server for execution. Then here we are preparing SQL command. Here we are checking SQL command. Here we are assigning values, or you can say replacing, assigning values or replacing with variables. Here we execute SQL command, and here we return the result of execution, of final execution. Very good. So this function will be responsible for updating all user-related information. And the second function we'll write in this video will be to update the code. It is exactly the similar. So we will write here another public function. Public function update password. Open and close round brackets. In the round brackets, we'll make a reference to the ID. We'll make a reference to the password, and we make the reference to the salt value. Let's now open and close questions. Okay. Here we'll write SQL, which will be update users set password. Make sure that this password and this password is exactly similar. Yeah. Update password equals to question mark, then we'll put comma, salt equals to question mark, where this one, let's put capital, where ID equals question mark. And the rest we're doing the same like here. We can simply copy and paste it here. And this function will be responsible for updating the password of the user. And this bind parameters, this is what we will change, and I will delete this all reference variables. Okay, so we have this as string. This is what will be used as a string as well, and this one is integer. So we'll put two strings and integer. Then let's make a reference. First comes password, comma, then we have a salt, and then we've got an ID. Very good. So this is the function will be responsible for executing a change of password of the user. So by repeating again, the reason why we separate these two functions, when user, let's say when he did not change the password, we don't even start to sending the request due to security reasons. We want to execute update password only when user is really changed the password in the front end, let's say in his app. So that is it. This is our two functions. If you would like to compare it, you can pause the video here for update user, and you can pause the video for update password or download the attachments. Okay guys, so this is only the beginning of the backend. Let's go further.